This is our new Signa shoe, and I wanted to go over this shoe and describe for people what's new and what's different about this shoe. And I think the easiest way to do that is to just directly compare it to our ProTech shoe, which we're going to continue to make. And I still think is an important shoe, and I think that will probably still be the most predominantly sold shoe that we make. But there is going to be some people that will benefit from this shoe and people that find this interesting. So the main design philosophy behind this shoe is it's a little bit more minimal of a design. What I mean by that is it doesn't have a tongue. This is a tongueless closure. The closure just flaps onto itself. And what that does for you is that is going to give this upper a more soft, supple feel across the top of your foot in the way that it closes and the closure closes around your foot. It's just going to have a softer feel when you compare it to this tongue. Now, this is not going to be for everyone. If you're someone who tends to really crank down on your shoes, you may not do too well with this because there's a limit to what this type of closure can handle. BOA doesn't make anything that's cheap or anything. I mean, all this stuff is quite durable. These nylon lace guides are quite durable. But when you try to compare that to this, where this has 3 separate zones of adjustment and the pressure is distributed, it's distributed more evenly here. So if you're someone who tends to really crank down, you're probably still going to want to go with the ProTech shoe. I'm not saying that you can't crank down on this shoe. I just think that some people might reach a limit to what this shoe can handle for that. But if you're looking to have the most soft, supple feel across the top of your foot and you're looking for that ultimate comfort, then this may be the choice for you. Another difference between these two shoes is this has a lower heel cup. It's also more flexible, and it has a little bit less bulk built into the back, a little bit less foam. You can get away with less foam if you have a little bit more flexibility, and that was built into this shoe. This also has a slightly thinner insole. This has a 2mm EVA insole as opposed to the 3mm that's in the ProTech. And then the final main difference is that this has a more minimal toe guard design with this rubberized toe kick bumper on the end when you compare it to the urethane on the ProTech. Now, if you're someone who tends to really toe off a lot and you're looking for the most wear, you're going to want to go with the urethane. This is going to last a lot longer than this. But there are some people that don't like the aesthetics of the way that this protrudes out from the bottom of the shoe, and they don't tend to toe off that much. Say when they start from a stop or they start on their bike, they do it more flat-footed and they start with their cleat, and they don't tend to hit their toe a lot. They may want to choose this because I think it's a cleaner, more sophisticated look, and a little bit higher end, and that's in my opinion. Now, all these changes, what have they done for this? They've kind of, like I said, created this little bit more minimal shoe. It's actually shaved about 40 grams. On a shoe this similar in the ProTech version is about 35 to 40 grams heavier than this shoe. So this brings the weight down of this shoe. So again, people are going to be asking me questions of what do we choose? And obviously these are custom shoes, and some of these aspects, I can of course build this shoe with the urethane bumper on it. I mean, that's not a problem. But without direction otherwise, this is how this shoe will be built. So this is just kind of a quick and dirty video of me explaining some of the major differences in these shoes. And it'll all be on the website here pretty soon. As of this video, these shoes are available. They are going to be, I believe, the same price as the ProTech shoe. So price is not really going to be a factor. It's just going to be, what maybe fits the type of riding you're going to be doing. And we can work together and talk about those things and build hopefully the most perfect pair of shoes you can have. So let me know if you have any questions, and thank you.